Rapunzel in a faraway land there lived a happy couple. When the woman found out she was pregnant, she craved the crispy lettuce from the neighbor's garden to make his wife happy. The husband picked lettuce from the field, but the owner of this garden was the dangerous witch, Camilla was such a wicked witch that she looked down on everyone and never mingled with people. She only lived in her shabby house, filled with items made of gold. She had a golden chair and a golden mirror. Even her dinnerware was made of gold. But that day when Camilla saw the man picking lettuce from her garden, she rushed out in anger. She told the man to drop the lettuce immediately. The man, embarrassed, explained that he was picking the lettuce for his pregnant wife. Upon hearing this, Camilla made him an offer. She said he could take the lettuce gladly, but in return, if the child they were expecting had golden hair, they would have to give the child to them. Which months passed, and the happy couple had a beautiful baby girl. When the baby was born and they saw her golden hair, the couple remembered their deal with the witch and felt great sorrow. Soon after, the evil witch Camilla took the baby from her parents' arms. She named her Rapunzel and locked her in the highest room of a very tall tower she had built herself. This tower had no stairs, only a small window. Rapunzel lived in the tower for many years. She took her first steps in that tower. She drew her first picture in that tower, and in that very tower she grew up to become a beautiful young girl. She tried to understand the world by peeking out of her tiny window. She grew up thinking Camilla was her mother, but since she had never seen the outside world, she didn't even know what freedom meant. Rapunzel's golden hair had grown so long over the years that Camilla would collect the fallen strands and melt them in her magical cauldron to turn them into gold. In this way, she could fill her house with gold and endlessly feed her greed. That's why the witch never allowed Rapunzel to cut her hair. In fact, she used Rapunzel's hair not only to make gold, but also to climb the tower whenever she wanted to visit. She would call out, "Rapunzel, let down your golden hair, I have come." Rapunzel would let down her hair, and the witch would climb up using it. Whenever the witch visited, she would scare Rapunzel about the outside world, saying there were terrible monsters and that she was keeping her safe in the tower. Feeling helpless, Rapunzel believed all of this and was very afraid of the world outside. One day, a handsome prince wandering through the forest heard a beautiful humming sound from far away. He rode his horse to find where the sound was coming from. Eventually, he came upon a giant tower. Looking closely, he saw a beautiful young girl with golden hair singing at the small window. He was amazed by her and wondered who she was and why she was there. Even though he looked around, he couldn't figure out how to climb the tower. Just then he saw the wicked witch Camilla approaching and hid in the bushes. When the witch shouted, "Rapunzel, let down your golden hair, I have come." Rapunzel let her long hair fall from the tower window. As always, the witch climbed up using her hair. The prince saw all of this and came up with a plan. The next day, after Camilla had left, the prince went to the tower and called out to Rapunzel, imitating the witch's voice, "Rapunzel, let down your golden hair, I have come." When Rapunzel let her hair down, the prince held on and climbed up. Seeing a stranger for the first time, Rapunzel was very scared, but the prince explained he wouldn't harm her and came to help. He told her about the outside world, flowers, birds, and freedom. Rapunzel had always been curious about the world So his words touched her. The prince offered to help her escape and be free. Together, Rapunzel was so happy she accepted it. Once they made a long rope together, using threads. Then they noticed the witch was coming. The prince quickly hid somewhere. Rapunzel let her hair down one last time so the witch could climb. When the witch entered, she sensed something was wrong but said nothing. Then she started brushing Rapunzel's hair without realizing. Rapunzel said, "The prince climbs faster than you." Hearing this, the witch went mad. "You let a stranger into the tower besides me," she shouted furiously. Rapunzel didn't know what to do. The witch took scissors and cut Rapunzel's hair. When the prince saw this from his hiding place, he jumped out. He grabbed the scissors and threw them outside. He shouted, "You will pay for your evil deeds, wicked witch Camilla," and tied her with a rope. Rapunzel tied the cut hair to a firm spot and called, "We can escape now." So the prince held her hair, and they both escaped the tower. They rushed to the kingdom and told the king and queen everything. The prince's mother spoke of a sorrowful old couple who many years ago had no choice but to give their beloved baby to a wicked witch in exchange for mercy, and had been heartbroken ever since. Rapunzel and the prince excitedly went to the home of the old couple. The queen mentioned the old couple recognized Rapunzel as their long-lost daughter. The moment they saw her, they hugged her with tears in their eyes. Rapunzel was overjoyed to be reunited with her family months later. The prince and Rapunzel were married in a grand wedding that lasted 3 days and nights. They lived a very happy life. Meanwhile, the wicked witch Camilla was punished by being locked forever in her own tower, never to perform magic again.